A little bit after 3 o'clock, I'll be firing back up and play a bunch of Modern this afternoon as well. And as always, a reminder that if you can't catch my streams live, you can find them at youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. Pretty easy Hearthstone hand mulligan. It's like not exciting, but it's certainly a keep, right? Yeah, I think I like the idea of Goblin Guy, but I want to play some games here first and see how we feel after the fact. I've been standing for 2 hours, so I'm gonna sit my fat ass down for this league. No, I said sit down. Alright. Enjoy the ride, Twitch chat. Opponent deep in the tank. What are you doing, Desk? Doesn't want to go down. It's like, no, I want you to stay in, fat man. Need to reset my down. Not in the market for a 5th land. Oh, you know what? I should have topped that, because if they're playing Burn, we'd get to draw it for free. Jacqueline, inside voice, buddy. The standard. Did I mention this afternoon is going to be our first stream that I have a babysitter for? Who's excited? I'm excited. I'm excited. Did you replace Declan with the parrot? As for the standing desk, I love my standing desk. It was probably one of my best purchases I made last year. Really, really nice. As someone who uses the computer a lot, can't recommend a standing desk enough. You're someone like me that uses it, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7, sometimes 8 or 9 hours a day. Like, being able to not sit for part of that is fantastic. How long does it take to get used to? Not that long. And I've got one of the nice ones that has motors in the legs, so it goes up and down automatically for me. So long, Mantis Rider. I hardly knew you. Hey, Just Howie, with that 3-month resubscription. Thanks a lot and welcome back. I appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support my content here. Grab Temple Garden here. Grab this. Can't grab Blood Crypt. There's a Watery Grave in our deck. There's a Godless Shrine. Yeah, I fetched incorrectly here. I probably just want a second red source, red, white, blue. So I don't have black mana currently, which means my Tribal Flames are worse if I draw them. So, small mistake, not used to fetching. Should have thought about it a little bit harder. Would I play Slivers as a donation deck list? Probably. I'd have to see the deck list, but it's inside voice speed. They have to be able to hear you outside, right? Zoop zoop. Get him. Get him. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts as far as fetch lands go, right? So, ideally, I would have liked that last fetch land to get a Blood Crypt. So, like, I could have sequenced slightly differently. So, like, the Wooded Foothills was my last one, so that one could get a Blood Crypt. Alright, well, they're going to 9, which means they're at a virtual 3. So I'm gonna cast both of these now. Oh, my opponent doesn't have Stubborn Denial up. That's some crazy future stuff right there, extras. Alright. Hopefully we hit a land here and get to send our Bloodbraid down into the red zone. Hopefully I don't have a 1-mana 9/9 or 8/8 here or whatever. Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again. Getcha. Getcha. This is like a thinking person's burn deck. And by that I mean you have to think about what lands you fetch. Is this a Lingering Souls matchup? Where's the phone? Go get the phone and I'll help you put Go Toys up. I feel like maybe I can board these Boros Charms out and put in Lingering Souls.
My help, guys. Okay. My correct.
Flying is pretty good in this matchup. I don't think this is a Molten Rain matchup, especially not on the draw. Tribal Flames is a sorcery. Otherwise, yes, it would have been better to do it during their upkeep. I think this is actually one of my funniest Magic stories. I was watching a modern match one time, and this guy had a 4-in Tribal Flames in a deck he borrowed, and he end step Tribal Flames to his opponent, and then his opponent dispelled it, and I was just like, you guys need to hold on here a second. Does Nacatl just get outclassed in this match? I mean, Nacatl's strictly better than Loam Lion and Kird Ape. We're in the interest of going wide. Bloodbraid Elf is phenomenal. This card is excellent. It allows you to have some reach in the form of a haste threat, and it allows you to, what's the word I'm searching for? It allows you to generate card advantage. Hey, boarded Zach. That's fair. I could see Lava Man being good. I bet that for $1. I could see boarding out Goyf being better than boarding out these two. Just because these... Yeah, actually, I'm going to do that. Goyf generally isn't much bigger than 3 power in this matchup, especially if we're using Grim Lavamancer. So... Although I guess they have a lot of sorcery speed cards. I have no idea what I'm doing. We're just going to Science Dog the shit out of this. Kinda. They're different cards. They're different cards, right? Like, Step Links can do more, but it can also do a lot less. I am not in the business of mulliganing functional hands against the deck with 8 discard spells, so... Keep this. Is Charm better than Lightning Helix? I don't think so. Helix, along with another creature, can eat their creatures, and Helix giving us health to help us race is also appealing and against other aggressive decks. Remember, our opponent's deck is not a control deck. They are a tempo deck or a combo aggro deck, depending on how you look at it and what their draw is like. All right, so I guess I should think about what my fetches are doing here, right? I know I need green on 2. and I want to line up all of my colors. So I probably want this to be Breeding Pool, and then this to be Turn to Goyf, and then these other two can get me red and black. It seems reasonable. So I think I'm getting Breeding Pool on one. No, we don't play limited on this channel. There's plenty of people that all they do is play limited. This stream will never be limited. This is a bastion of constructed in a world of Cuban draft. I also just like don't find limited particularly interesting or compelling personally, and like that's fine if you do. Like again, Magic's great because it's a lot of different things to a lot of different people. I just like am not interested in limited for the most part, so I don't play it. So this can get what are our actual basic lands? So this can get Breeding Pool, and this can get Godless Shrine. Do I have a Watery Grave in this deck? What are my black sources? I have Blood Crypt, Godless Shrine. So if this gets Breeding Pool, then I can do... Okay, I'm gonna get Breeding Pool with this one. Yeah, I agree. I think the interesting part of limited is watching the pick process, but the actual gameplay is pretty dry a lot of the time. Yes, please continue dealing damage to yourself, opponent. Okay, well, you can't take my Bloodbraid Elf with this. Now, the real question is this bulk going upstairs or am I killing the Snapcaster Mage? I think because I have the Bloodbraid Elf in my hand, I'm inclined to bolt the Snapcaster Mage here. So I think because I have this Bloodbraid Elf, I want to kill the Snapcaster Mage. This kind of backfires if they have a Thoughtseize or a Snap Thoughtseize next turn, but I also want to, like, have... I don't need double green. I shouldn't have fetched Breeding Pool. I wanted a blue source, but it shouldn't have been that. The streamer's unusually silent. So Declan is playing with YouTube on the Chromecast from my cell phone in the background, so he's being very good, and Jake does half-day preschool for the first part of the day. This afternoon, starting this afternoon, my afternoon streams are going to be pretty quiet too, which is great. We're going to have a babysitter starting this afternoon. It's exciting. I think this is getting Blood Crypt. I don't think we've played Grixis yet. Maybe, so there's upside and downside to sequencing the bolt the way I did. The upside is that if I draw a Mantis Rider or a Lingering Souls, I can play it this turn. The downside is they could have Snapcaster, Thoughtseize, or Thoughtseize for my Bloodbraid Elf. So there's upside and downside to both. We're still going to have random kid cameos, because I still intend to do random morning streams now and then, but just because, like, the donation queue is long and dark and I need to play as much as possible. At some point we'll get it under control. We'll probably never have it under control, but I'm going to dream. That we could have it under control. Yep, yeah, she's starting today, so I'll be back on this afternoon a little bit after 3 o'clock, and we'll see how it goes from there. Ooh, found a piece of candy, chat. Found a piece of candy. Ooh, found a piece of candy. "24-hour streams are just so brutal. I think I'd rather just do like back-to-back 12-hour streams. The sitter didn't know what Twitch was, so that was a thumbs up in my book. So I don't think I'm gonna. Yeah. 3-2 haste, hit you for 5. Deal, Lorino. I've done 24-hour streams in the past. They're not impossible. They're just they're brutal on the body. That's not actually true. I'm usually the middle part of the 24-hour stream is the one that gets me. All right, so we're gonna BM. I'm gonna Tribal Flames, hold priority, cast Lightning Bolt. No, you didn't let me cast my Lightning Bolt, opponent. You didn't let me cast my Lightning Bolt. I wanted to show you I still had all of these. Thank you everyone for hanging out here today. Good morning, afternoon, or good night, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for joining us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a TCG player and content producer, and I stream Magic here on Twitch full time. If you're enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing to my Twitch channel. Subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, bags. They really do it all. And finally, this stream is made possible by viewers like Anironyx and you. Anironyx likes to remind you to hit that follow button if you're enjoying what you see. It lets you know when I go live and with what. And if you can't catch me when I go live, you should be sure to check out my YouTube channel. Because I don't steal music while I stream, 100% of my streams get archived there. I break them up by deck that we play. So if you just want to watch modern content or you just want to watch Bloodbraid Elves, you can kind of search and filter through my YouTube channel and find just the matches that you're interested in seeing. Sweet, we are 1-0 in our league with Tribal Flames Bloodbraid Zoo here, so hopefully we can finish out strong. Hey, speaking of subscriptions, D Sumso sharing that Amazon fun money. Thanks a lot for sending that this way this month. I do appreciate that. There's a lot of different great streamers out there that you could send that to, so thanks for sending it here. All right, I'm gonna get Stomping Ground with this, I think. I have Hallowed Fountain in my deck, but I can't actually fetch Hallowed Fountain with any of these fetches. So I actually want to get Temple Garden here, I think. I'm going to get Temple Garden. And then maybe we'll get Steam Vents with this one. Oust! Alrighty, yep. Sure, that is a thing that has just occurred. It's a thing that has just occurred. Play him a 2-3. Oh, this is Stevens, isn't it? So I'm sequencing in this way intentionally because it means if my opponent wants to be able to play an instant to counterspell this, they have to put an instant in the bin, which makes my Tarmogoyf larger. So that pre-combat sequencing was intentional. I think I'm gonna go ahead and fetch a Godless Shrine here. Looks like they're just playing blue-white, so I think our life total probably doesn't matter too much. Make sure I have all my colors. Is this bad, Jun? No, this is an aggro deck. Jun's more of a mid-range deck. This is a 1-drop aggressive deck with a plethora of reach. This is like a Vendilion click or something. Maybe a Snap Oust. Just going to 10. All right. Yeah, yep. It's looking to run people down. Oh, it's a sorcery, isn't it? It is. Okay, good. Good call. You can tell how much I've played with Oust, huh? Good call, chat. They went bottom here. Is this a logic knot? Is that why they shocked? Feels like logic knot. Alright. Let's draw a Bloodbraid Elf into a Mantis Rider or a Bloodbraid Elf into a... Oh, I need a second copy of another red. Sure. Bloodbraid Elf into Tribal Flames. Bloodbraid Elf into Boros Charm. Kird Ape. Oh, they delved their sorcery. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, I definitely need to put my Kird Ape into play here. Flooding a little bit, but we've got a lot of reach in our deck, so even if they have a Verdict here, we still have live draws. We could be getting into, like, the Cryptic, tap your team, draw a card range. I think I'm just supposed to continue putting threats on the table because I would like to be able to have lethal through a Colonnade block next turn or through a Path to Exile. Obviously, it's going to feel really terrible if they cast Supreme Verdict, but I think we're pretty obligated to just apply pressure there and continue hoping they don't have it. Hey, Innocent Smith, insert funny shit post about 18 months Submarino. Thank you, and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. Got your Blood Crypt up here. There's no landfall in our deck, so just thinning is the best. Bloodbraid. Tarmogoyf. Alright. We are definitely a dog to win this game at this point, but we have live draws. Yeah, BB into any burn spell would have been lethal there. They binned a Snapcaster Mage. God, how dead are we? Okay. Hopefully Bloodbraid's still alive when this turn. Alrighty. This is the problem with putting Loam Lions in your deck. You have to draw Loam Lions on turn 12. This logic knot for a million. Gonna give you a timeout for being a Magic player. Modern was better before the unbannings. There were more decks and stuff. We literally just had a 400-person Modern Classic that had 15 decks in the top 16. God, fucking Magic players. Just the worst. Entreat the Angels. Oh, lordy. Oh, lordy. That's... I think we've died, chat. We've died and gone to heaven. I think we've died and gone to heaven. I think we've died and gone to heaven. There were 5 Jaces in the top 8 of the modern Classic. There were 0 in the top 8 of the Modern Challenge, though. Alright, so Thoughtseizes and Molten Rains. Probably Lingering Souls, too. Probably Lingering Souls, too. I think this is a matchup where I'm supposed to trim my weaker burn spells. Yeah, the opponent is Todd Stevens. I didn't count Bloodbraid Elves. I didn't look. Maybe cut Tarmogoyf too. Yes, he's pretty good. I just want like max 1-drops, especially on the play, I think. I'm gonna do this. Maybe this isn't a Thoughtseize matchup. Maybe these are just for the combo decks. Maybe I'm just supposed to do this. Maybe I just bring in 2. So the challenge is an MTGO event. The classic is an event at SCG. The unbans were great. Yeah, I think I just don't, I don't really want all of these, but I don't think I want to cut threats for more Thoughtseizes. 2 Thoughtseizes is fine. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do this. I think the bolts and the helixes are kind of mediocre. I don't want to flood on Thoughtseizes, right? It's okay. It's a red source, turn 3 Molten Rain on the play is probably gonna be pretty devastating. The classic breeding pool Boros Charm hand here. If we hadn't drawn the Kird Ape here, I think I would have just Tribal Flames them for 4, but we drew the Kird Ape, so I don't have to think about that. I don't really know Todd that well. I've interacted with him a couple times at SCG events because he played a lot in 2016 when I played a lot. He's always been pleasant every time I've interacted with him, but I don't really have a strong personal opinion of him in one direction or another. What a tilt that we drew this basic plains, and now if he has Field of Runes, he just gets to Wasteland me with it. If he untaps and goes Field of Rune, it's gonna be real bad news bears for us. Just gonna 4 him while he's tapped out here. God, imagine if we had a red source here, just got to take them off the colonnade. Yep. Deck lane. Inside voice. Now we're into Cryptic Command territory, which really sucks for us. Things aren't looking good for our hero, chat. What happens when you have kids? You lose all your hair. What happens when you have kids? It just all starts falling out in chunks.
That's one go. I'll pick up. I'll pick that one up.
We're gonna have a babysitter in the afternoon, starting this afternoon, actually. But this morning was never. Morning streams are never going to have a babysitter. They're gonna be sporadic and inconsistent.
That one go.
Did you lose my cell phone? You go find it.
That one.
He's now running around in the basement going, Dad's phone. Where did it go? You had it.
That one's back here. That one's back here. That one's up. Up. That one's up.
Dad's phone's not up. It was down here with you.
Wait. That one was on me.
Alright, I'm gonna concede when we get Cryptic Commanded here, just to set the expectation.
Yes. I got a ball. I'm a ball. Dad, I got
The phone is almost certainly on silent.
I got a more?
You want another bar? I did bring more bars down. I am prepared. Yeah, he was definitely sitting on the couch with it, so it's probably in the couch. Jacob. Declan, whoever you are, child. Oh, that resolved. All right. So you're saying there's a chance. You child with curly hair, come here. I don't think I wanted to Boros Charm this turn. I kind of want to save the Boros Charm for if I can protect a threat. Yeah, we're pretty dead here. Pretty dead. Back it up, back it in, roll on with the next one. Drawing 6 lands near 22 land aggro deck is not a good game plan. Turns out. I think we might have been able to win that game drawing as many lands as we did had I... Hey, look, you found it. Had I hit the red on turn 3 to start Molten Raining them on curve, but I think the fact that I just didn't get to Molten Rain them on curve put us too far behind. No, Boros Charm gives the creatures your permanents indestructible. I don't yell nearly as much nonsense. Yeah, like, if my opponent's snapping aggressively just to, like, get more pressure into play, like, they're certainly winning the game. And, like, they were snapping Blessed Alliance to gain 4 more health that turn, so we were just far and away getting dumpstered. We're so good at drawing lands, clearly we need step links. Yeah, Traders was out of stock on non-foil riders, so we've got ugly moto foils. The Renegade's an interesting idea. I like the idea of that card. I've seen that in other lists before. No, you cannot Snapcaster Ancestral. That seems pretty good. Fetch Temple Garden, play Wild Nacatl. Thanks everyone for hanging out here this morning. We're gonna finish this league up and then I'm gonna take a break for a few hours. I'll be back a little bit after 3 o'clock. I'm gonna have a nice long stream this evening, doing more Modern as well. If you're interested in seeing what decks we're gonna be playing tonight, you can type ! donation queue in chat, and we'll be picking from decks that are towards the top of the queue, have the most total bonus points there. So grab Temple Garden. I wonder if there's merit to playing a worse creature first, since our first threat is likely to die. I don't know. I see that going either way. I could see merit to leading on Loam Lion, thinking that it's probably going to eat it.
Yeah, my hands wash.
Your hands are fine.
Why are my hands wash?
Unless our matches go exceedingly long, we are going to finish this league this morning, and it will go up on YouTube after we're done. Usually it takes a little while to process, though, so the whole league probably won't be posted on YouTube until... Yeah, maybe, I feel like I maybe should have let on the Loam Lion there. I don't know, I could see it going either way. Because, like, then I have a Wild Nacatl in play right now. If we get a land next turn, we're gonna get to run him down, probably. This is exciting. You missed the Grixis Kiki League we played earlier. That one will probably hit publish on as soon as we're done with this. That's great for us. Land. The tilt. Drawing a 4-drop's like drawing a land, right? That'll be good later at least. Hopefully they don't give us the D-Sphere this turn. They're at 15, so if they take even one more hit here, we've got 7 points of reach in our head. Red Mana Leak. Imba. Ooh. Ooh. Found a piece of candy, chat. Our Blood Crypt here. They could have Cryptic here, like counter tap my team. But I think I want to just smash. We're not playing this deck to not smash, right? Just put the dukes up and hit them. They didn't tap our team. They value drawing a card more than taking 6. God bless. They pathing me in response to this to flip their Azcanta. That's so good for us. It means we can cast this Bloodbraid next turn. It's basically Yawgmoth's God Bargain. Spin the wheel. Ooh. Ooh, 4 damage to you, opponent. Roar. Casual 11 points of damage in hand. Don't even need it. Ooh. Ooh, they're putting up a fight here. Putting up a fight. Go into 3, though. Go into 3. Need to trade with the Bloodbraid Elf. Go to 3. How is the Jund matchup for Kiki Court Modern's past, do you think? Yeah, I think so. Traditionally speaking, Kiki Court, if you made it to the long game, you could beat Jund pretty consistently. The problem is that you have to live to get to that long game. Oh no, not a powerful planeswalker. How can I ever possibly win the game now? Oh no, opponent, please, not a powerful planeswalker. Oh no, oh no. I would not like to redirect to Gideon, no. Alright, 10 out of 10 of Molten. I think we're just going to board like we just boarded against the other control deck. We're just going to board in 2 Thoughtseize, 3 Molten Rain, 3 Lingering Souls, and cut the bolts and the helixes here. I think it's too slow. I don't know. This is a donation deck, Sturpy Boy, so we're just playing a deck list card for card, but it's probably worth exploring playing Death Shadow. Like, you have, how many fetch lands in this deck? There's 10, 11, 12. Maybe you could even get up to like 14 fetch lands, because like 3 fetches lets you put a Death Shadow into play. I think that's definitely an avenue that's worth exploring. What a miserable hand. It's much better. Heal. So we're gonna fetch Sacred Foundry on 1. This unfortunately can't fetch Steam Vents. I want Sacred Foundry Steam Vents. Fetch Shock, cast my terrible cantrip. God bless. God bless us, everyone. And you get a free bolt, and you get a free bolt. Everybody gets a free bolt. Hey, Gorbatron with the $12 donation. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support. Did you get the deck list I DM'd you? It depends on when you DM'd it. If I didn't respond to you, I haven't seen your deck list. If I responded to you, then I've seen it. Also, friendly reminder that you should not send money for donations until I've approved your donation deck list, because I do say no sometimes. Believe it or not, even with some of the stinkers that we play, I say no occasionally. This is like 10 out of 10 Stomping Ground, right? Just because I want to guarantee cast these Molten Rains regardless of what third land I draw, and I want a forest for this. So this is getting counterspelled, right? But like something we play is getting counterspelled this game. Sure. You can learn about how donation deck lists work here. All the details are contained in that URL. Lands. Yes. All right, sweet. Doesn't cast Mantis Rider, but like I said, any land we drew enabled us to cast Molten Rain, so I don't think I want to try and Boros Charm that. Hopefully they don't have a 2-mana counter here. If they don't have a 2-mana counter here, we're going to bury them deep in the ground. Looks like they do, unfortunately. Holy gosh, they're shocking again? Yeah, if you sent it a few minutes ago, I have not seen it. I don't check messages while I'm streaming. Something I do in between streams. Gonna be the big terrifying Jace. That's actually pretty terrifying. Okay, yep. Righty. So these only do 1 now. I know I'm not playing another league this morning. My 4-year-old gets home from preschool about noon, so I need to be done before then. So I'll be back this afternoon. I'll be back a little bit after 3 o'clock. We're gonna play for 6 or 7 hours this evening. I'm planning to do 3 or 4 leagues. Hopefully we that's sad. This can attack into Core Firewalker at least. Like they're going to 7 here. And like this Tribal Flames and Boros Charms each still do 3, right? Now we're gonna be playing Modern this evening. We played a bunch of Legacy recently, so today's gonna be an all Modern day. Do I want to Boros Charm to counter this Fatal Push? I think I do. It feels like they're working on few enough resources that counter Fatal Push with Boros Charm is appealing. So give our permanents indestructible here. This does give them a health, but it keeps my 3/3 around. Blue source, blue source. All right, that's another Nacatl at least. Activate this probably. That's pretty good. They're out of cards at least. They're going to 7 from their fetch land. Did I just get my Tribal Flames in now? Like, is it worth waiting for this to deal 1 more damage? I feel like it's not from the sake of resource efficiency. Don't have any Ascendancy decks in the donation queue, so pretty much just working off the queue, as always. Yeah, nice fetch lands. Blue source, please. Blue source, please. Built. I'm definitely just supposed to offer this trade. Like taking their Core Firewalker off the table is appealing. I feel like if you're gonna activate this Azcanta, you should probably do it before you declare blockers. It's a shame there's no blue store island in our deck, so we can't get an island off this this path. I'll go get a land. This does allow us to cast Bloodbraid Elf, which is nice at least. Our window for winning this game is slowly closing. Yeah, that's probably the end of it. I guess we get to some running reach here, right? Ah, magic. All right, on the play. Let's do it. Let's do it, chat. Let's get him.
That's also honey.
Seems good.
My goatee stopped. Where's my goatee?
Your goatee stopped, or no?
My man one.
Here you go. And like, if this was Goblin Guide here, it'd be much better, right? Like, we'd be in for 2 already. I think the suggestions in chat were correct that this should just be a Goblin Guide. Okay, like, I agree with that suggestion / recommendation / whatever you want to call it. Like, they'd be at 16 right now. I don't think I wanted Tribal Flames this turn. It would only be for... I guess I could have gotten Hallowed Fountain. Am I supposed to Hallowed Fountain Tribal Flames them there? I don't know, that seems narrow. I think I want to just try and get the full 5 with the lands that I have already. That's a good shock. That's really annoying. Could have gotten Godless Shrine too. Right on time. We should take their Fatal Push, right? Take the resource efficient card. We're gonna go ahead and take Tribal Flames and send it upstairs here. Oh, crap. That fetch cuts me off of playing this Molten Rain. That was a mistake. I needed to think about how I was fetching more. I wanted to get all 5 colors, but like this having this not be castable is really bad. I'm not willing to trade this for 2 points of damage, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pass here. That's good for me. I'd much rather they take me off of that than take me off of red mana. Could have taken us off red there. Yep. So they have Watery Grave, Gideon Jura, then 2 cards I don't know. Down to 9, down to 7. They're down to 11. Again, not attacking here because I don't want to trade my Bloodbraid Elf for just 2 points of damage. Feels like we're losing this game. Core Firewalker has just been a massive beating. Don't really have an answer to that card in our 75. Single-handedly won them this game and the last one. We lost the last game a little bit because our mana didn't cooperate perfectly, but we definitely the core Firewalker didn't do us any favors. Next turn, I'll be willing to trade the Bloodbraid Elf for 4 points of damage. They drew removal spell. Leave the ratings on the wall here. Yeah, we've flooded a lot in the games that we've lost here, but like that's what aggro decks do sometimes, right? Like we actually aren't even that flooded, right? Like we have, I guess we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, we had 10 lands and 17 cards. It's a little heavy. Zero Forever with the $20 donation. Thank you very much. Neri had a wild night last night. I was locked up in Boros prison. Here's somebody towards her bail. Red white prison. I will bump that one right on up there. Kicks that one towards the top, so we'll probably get to that one this afternoon. Boil and Choke are not reasonable cards. I'm gonna time you out. Just take a 10-minute break. I hate when people do that in general. This isn't even just a thing Magic players do. Like this is a society thing. People are always like, this terrible thing isn't that bad because this other terrible thing is worse. And it's like, well, it's okay to say this thing sucks even though it sucks less than this other thing. It's okay to say they're both bad and there's varying degrees of bad. That's how, and that's okay. It's okay for two completely independent things to both be terrible, but be varying degrees of terrible. All right, let's see if we can rally back the 3-2 here. The classic breeding pool Lightning Helix hand. Yeah, and like, well, I mean, like, I feel like people that think cards like Boil and Choke and Blood Moon, like, they just grew up playing Magic in a different era, right? Like, you have to remember is that Magic is basically the game that snowballed creating other games. So like there's a lot of Magic cards that are just Bogles can never win. Oh, God bless, not Bogles. Yeah, fist pump, not Bogles. So there's a lot of cards in Magic's early history especially that are like really offensive, poorly designed cards that are just they're not well designed or interesting cards in a lot of ways, but like we didn't really know what we were doing, right? Like Magic was the first type of game of its generation, and it's taken them years to like develop good game design principles around it. Like there's a reason why we don't have, you know, Moxes and Ancestral Recalls and why Urza's block happened. Like shit happens, you know? Like Chaos Orb is great design. Yeah, we learned that dexterity cards are not a fantastic idea. I feel like we're similar to the humans deck, but our mana base hurts us more. What a great time to be alive. It was something. I don't know if great is the adjective I was used, but it was certainly something. Look at how good Tarmogoyf is in this deck. Look at how great Tarmogoyf is. Hey, Abigail, 1991 with that Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support my content here. It's been a while since I'm following. I can finally sub to you with my free Twitch Prime. Keep up the good work. It's a pleasure to see another great streamer. Well, thank you. Oh, no. Oh, no, not my Mantis Riders. I really liked my Mantis Riders. I think we're dead, chat. I am not a 5-color zoo expert, but I believe we have lost the game. Yeah, I agree, Zach. Goyf's always been a little anemic in these zoo decks, right? Like, he's rarely bigger than a 3/4. And, like, there's games like this where it's just like, welp, this is like the game Magic was envisioning when they printed this card, right? They're like, this card's fine. It'll just be like a 2/3 and a 3/4. Meddling Mage is symmetrical, at least. It is a fair symmetrical card. Oh no, we're gonna get freebooted again and I can't cast this Boros Charm because of this breeding pool? What a tilt. What a giant sliding tilt. The good news is they don't have good attacks this turn, at least. At least they don't have good attacks this turn. Right? Get good, scrub. Wow, your mana base gotta suck. Zero Forever with another $20 donation. Thank you. This is just because I appreciate your content and your overall approach to the game. It's helped me out. Cheers and firm handshakes. Well, thank you for the support. I'm gonna throw that at Red White Prison, just because then it guarantees gets played. Any deck that gets over 50 bonus points gets played the next league, guaranteed. So we'll definitely start with Red White Prison this afternoon. Do I want another red source here? I think I just want a Steam Vent so I have more red sources. Alright, I'm off it. Alright, let's try again. We have Grim Lavamancer. So it's like, do we have sideboard cards for this matchup? We have 2 Lavamancers in and 2 Boros Charms out. So it's actually pretty clean sideboarding, so that's nice. Thanks for reminding me that Magic should be fun. I might hit up Cincy with a couple of coworkers, mostly for shits and giggles, because we each play different formats. Yeah, that's a great reason to do it, right? It's a great reason to do that. Remember, even when you are winning a lot, Magic doesn't pay enough money to not have fun. So you need to make sure you're enjoying what you're doing while you play. Otherwise, if you're not enjoying it, you should just go to work or do a different hobby or anything else. Hey, Mr. T 2013 with the Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. Thanks for sending your Amazon fun money this way this month. Given our turn 4 coin, you are not incorrect. Look, no numbers. You are not incorrect to question it. But it's what we've got, so we're boarding it in. Azurius, I couldn't tell you the text on Azurius Aether Mage without looking it up.
Okay, I pick more good.
Yeah, pick more Go Choice.
More good, hey.
All right, here you go. Oh, let me get you to the search box. All right, search. Power Ranger toys. There you go. Here you go.
I put this.
Instead of watching regular television, Declan now likes to watch people play with toys on YouTube. Yeah, Thoughtseize is very bad in aggressive matchups. Very bad. Molten Rain is good. Ask Twitch chat. Molten Rain is probably good in every matchup. I'm gonna get basic planes here and conserve my health total a little bit. I'm gonna play my terrifying 1/2 out.
Okay, go take her.
That's exactly why I watch streamers.
Go taste.
Where'd the go toys go?
Go
Power Rangers!
go
Do.
go taste.
You're adorable, child. I didn't think about that, but that's a good point. Maybe I just wanted to get the Goyf down so I could be aggressive, but if they had Freebooter, it would have been pretty punishing for the sequence that I took there. So we didn't get punished because this is a no justice stream, but I think you're right that maybe I should have just Helixed on turn 2 there instead of playing the Tarmogoyf. You get a Tarmogoyf, and you get a Tarmogoyf. Everybody gets a Tarmogoyf. Yeah, you're right that I didn't give my opponent a chance to make a mistake, but like, if they're good at Magic, they're not going to make that mistake. And I know I shouldn't assume people are good at Magic, but like, I wanted the value of pressing my auto pass hotkey, so I just like didn't give them a chance to punt. And you are correct that I should attack and give my opponent a chance to make a mistake with their Thalia, but on the other hand, I could press my auto pass hotkey. Yeah, so like now they have a Mantis Rider of their own, so like the ground is gummed up with these Tarmogoyfs. It's feeling like a 1-3 chat. We started off so strong too. The first match looked so promising. This deck just does so much damage to itself. It's not great in these aggressive mirrors. Yeah, I do get to attack with both. They're just still not in a good spot, right? Like, trading a Goyf for a Thalia feels bad. Is, like, basically what this is doing. Yeah, if we draw Bloodbraid, like, there's a chance. Or just bouncing, sweet. I think that was the best case scenario on those blocks for us. Yeah, I think Death Shadow is worth exploring. I think, there are... I like the idea of playing Goblin Guide as opposed to these Kird Apes. I think it's possible that Tarmogoyf's just not very good in this deck. Rancor seems kind of unappealing. I think I'd rather just have more burn spells than play Rancor, but something like a Target's Command seems like it could be sweet. Yeah, Death Shadow Zoo was a thing back in the day. God, it was so long ago. It was so long. That was when Death Shadow was like a meme Magic card. Once upon a time, Death Shadow was a meme. The Grixis Kiki. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Now we're just like Stone Dead, right? I guess I can Bloodbraid into Tribal Flames, I guess. I think we are playing the worst 5-color aggro deck, chat. You're very loud. Yeah, Dad's got a babysitter coming this afternoon because you kids are loud. I love you. We're gonna go hang out upstairs for a while. Nah, they won't increase the payout. They have no reason to. Chat, I need you to channel your energy, chat. I need everyone to put their energy into this cascade trigger. I need everybody's energy to go into this cascade trigger. Chat, I can't continue, chat, until I get some energy. I need it. I need it, chat. Come on. Give me some emotes in chat. I need it. There you go. We've got monkeys and buckle ups, and there we go. All right. This is what we needed. RNGesus, take the wheel. RNGesus, take the wheel. It's a Loam Lion. No. Declan is also very upset about the Loam Lion. Declan is also very upset about the good games, opponent. Good games. Good games. All right. So this deck feels like a typical modern deck, and I'm going to articulate what I mean by that. When this deck is doing its thing, it seems really sweet and powerful and broken. When this deck is not doing its thing, it feels really awkward, clunky, and just like super anemic. Tarmogoyf was pretty unimpressive. I think I would like the idea of Goblin Guide over Kird Ape. Your mana base is just so brutal in this deck, though. I don't know if this is something I would play again. I think if I was looking for aggressive Bloodbraid Elf decks, I would probably look somewhere other than this. Maybe this afternoon. Where is it? I thought I had it in my Jund's Shadow. This is something I'm interested in trying. It's in the donation queue. I think we're gonna play this afternoon if we get time. I think this is an aggressive Jund deck I'm interested in trying with Bloodbraid Elf, like Death Shadows, Goyfs with discard spells, Liliana, some Temur Battle Rage, a fun of Gore Clan Rampager to fetch with Traverse, the Ulvenwald. So I think something like this, like disruptive and aggressive, is something I'd be interested in trying in terms of more aggressive Bloodbraid Elf decks. Things are a little bit more aggressive than traditional Jund. At any rate, that's going to be it for me for this morning. I'll be back approximately 3.5 hours from now, a little bit after 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And thanks everyone for watching. I'm going to go hit publish on the Grixis Kiki video from this morning. So we've been going for about 3 hours. So if you missed the first hour and a half, 2 hours with the Grixis Kiki deck, be sure to check that out on my YouTube channel. And if you're just into Twitch, I'll be back 3.5 hours from now. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for the subs and resubs. Y'all are great. And catch you later this afternoon.